Koa, Enzo, come. Let's go. Blue, come on, guys. Another day in the food matrix. What better way to just get people, what better way to get people to on board with your agenda than to just give them food? Did you know that in ancient Rome with the Colosseums, that's what they would do in the Colosseums. People would go there for months, particularly when the people were angry. They would fill up the Colosseums with people and just feed them buffet style. Feed them, entertain them for months at a time. Until what? Until they like forgot what they were mad about or lost their will. So that's kind of what's happening now. Just eating to block whatever sucks. And there's a lot of shit that sucks right now. Koa, come. So, yeah. Food is gonna be like that. It's gonna be that go-to for most people. And yeah, even for behavioral purposes, like you see it, well, adults train children to respond to food as just like, you know, here's a treat. In the same way a dog would respond to a treat. But we're not, that's living in the lower chakra from the root with no control, just blindly. So humanity has a greater, there's another way to view the realm and to move through the realm. Koa, over here. And that would be the preferred way. They refer to them as light beings, light workers, light beings. That's angels of light. We're born that way. We're born that way as beings of light, okay? And unless you're a holistic birth, like from a midwife, you are, from birth to whatever age you are now, you have been directly under attack. Straight up, like in just, there's more ways, and it's just a complex web of fuckery that's happening. And I think that when you get a species to like normalize a bad habit, such as eating eating 3 times a day is not natural. No matter even if you're eating fruit, no, we weren't supposed to eat every day, period. We weren't supposed to eat every day. That's when we lost our connection. That's in the book, that's in the Bible. And that we forgot that. We got the food pyramid. And I'm walking by a school right now, but there's a whole bunch of souls in there that they use food to stimulate how could you keep these? There's no other way to keep us in these boxes without food. They couldn't do it without food. Burning Man, I haven't been yet. Not my group of, I mean, I respect everybody, but I'm more of a lone wolf type. So, yeah, the dreads, that's my own, that's like I started these because, yeah, I won't even get into that. It's not about me. Like, the real reason I come on here is because man eats to die. And I worked in restaurants, so I was able just to observe myself in that environment and observe how human behavior works, how gluttony, how we become gluttons. Okay? It's like not even nourishment, food for nourishment. That there are people out there who do that, but as a society, that's not where we're at. Otherwise, we wouldn't have McDonald's, a whole bunch of all these corporate like cancers that wouldn't be the predominant forces right now. So the gluttarian aspect of humanity, 3 meals a day. The first thing I would do to cut out of it, to like take steps back, is at least go down to 2 meals a day. Because your fist is the size of your stomach, okay? And if you're eating more than a fistful at a time, already right there, even if you're eating organic, even if you're eating, like, you grow it all yourself, it doesn't matter. Look at your fist. Take a look at it. Okay, so that's where the gluttony begins, because a kid's meal is literally quadruple the size of that, for me anyway. In Texas anyway, a kid's meal is literally for like 3 people. So that's how they lower your density. I'm missing a dog, of course. Blue! Okay, they're all here. Okay, so yeah, and this is a frequency war right now. Did you guys see the direct energy weapons in Hawaii and California they call them wildfires, but they're actually direct energy weapons? And that actually relates to, like, that's a direct attack, but they're covertly attacking us through the food supply. Okay? And they don't, in order for me to be here even talking about this right now, I had to put food down a long time ago. Otherwise, I wouldn't have the freedom to be here and to learn myself. And if any of this makes sense, that's what I've learned over the past 10 years from stopping the chaos that is processed food. Because you can feel, look, it's not even about me. How do you feel when you eat it? Okay? Like, is that gonna be worth sacrificing the energy that, for me, fuck no. So when you're 3 meals a day deep into the death cult, right? And that's a normal thing. You're gonna pay for that on a 40-hour work week. Like, that's just, you can't participate in the death cult without, you have to put in the time to, it's pay to play. So, like, what game are you trying to play? The toxins and metals get you, yeah. Especially when people are eating 3 times a day and like snacking on top of it. It's like, it's insane. Try fasting for 3 days. It's hard for me to even fast, and I've been like plant-based for like about 10 years now. So fast, then you'll see the real enemy, and that's your parasites. Because if you think people are running the show right now, if you think people are calling the shots, yeah, it's actually the parasites. Koa, over here. Let's go. that's actually parasites, because a parasite will use the human body as a vehicle to experience whatever it wants to. And 9 times out of 10, since parasites live in, like worms live in the digestive system, they live in mucoid plaque, and that's where they nest and that's what they feed on. So parasites are running the world. Like, they make those impulse decisions. They make those they prey on human weakness, like your cravings. Like, come on, y'all, like, look inside of yourself. Like, we're at war right now. Everybody has parasites, okay? Yeah, I'm really going deep on it, because like, we don't have much time left, because if they're directly attacking people in broad daylight, and like, we need to rally, and that's gonna start with detoxing from processed foods. That has to stop now. Like, trade it for fruits. And then, like, remember that the stomach is the size of the fist. So let's overall, if we can overall decrease our density, we can come together so much easier. Koa, let's go. And if you'll see that, like, when 3 out of 4 people are projected to get cancer, like, you know that it's not a coincidence. So what is it? They try to hide it, but it's so obvious that it's the food. Come on. Wake up. Right? Come on, guys. I know, that's why I'll come on here every day, because I have the time to do this. You know why I have the time, guys? Because I worked in restaurants and I got free food, right? Anything I could possibly want, the best, doesn't matter. But you know where I found my strength? Where did I find that? Was when I was able to say no. Like, when I made and you'll get tested. I swear you will get tested. When you make the choice, life will test you. Because when I kept putting it off, and then one day I was just fed up. I was like, I want my energy back. I want my life back. I want my life back. I wouldn't fucking be here if I didn't make that choice. I would still be in those patterns. So, life will test you, is what I'm trying to say. Life will test you. When you make the choice 100% and you're like, all right, I want my life back. Come on, guys. I want my life back. This is what happened to me. Literally working in a restaurant, and like my favorite entree comes out onto the line, like, and the cook's like, oh, you guys can have this free food, you know? Not one, but two of my favorite one. So I know that, like, you guys have to understand that when you're ready, like, life will give you the test, and you will never get to where you're trying to go until you take the leap of faith into yourself. Like, that's what I found out personally. Okay? Look, the stomach is the size of your fist. Yes, when you chew foods, it liquidizes, but when people are eating more than a fist-sized amount. So if you can't cut out the processed foods, cut back the intake. Cut back the intake. Realize what it's doing to you. Realize how much time it's taking from you. Like, look, this is me every day. This is me every day for the past 5 years now, since COVID. Because I made the choice. And COVID was just like the kickstart. It was like, COVID was like the sign of disrespect that I needed to see from the elite. They don't give a fuck. So why would you support them? We cannot support them anymore. Like, it's an all-out war, and they're not hiding that shit. So if you guys want to strike back, you need to start fasting now and stop consuming processed foods, for the love of God. I don't know, guys. There's a reason why our food supply is banned in every other country besides they wouldn't allow this here. Like, we can't allow this to happen anymore. Oh, I have a job. This is my job. I have a job, and I'm getting paid right now. I'm getting paid right now. I get paid in my sleep. But guess what? I would have a job, and I would not have access to what I have now. And what would you be doing? That's the real question. What would you be doing? It's not about me. I'm just here to show people what's possible. Like, I'm just a reflection. I'm a reflection. And like, I was in a job. Blech. Yeah, if your job is committing crimes against humanity, then shame on you. You should leave the live. Or you know what? I will block you. I'm just kidding, bro. I'm not gonna block anybody because we've got enough blockage going on. That's what the food does. That's what it does. It blocks our connection to each other. And like, with these out of control addictions, and did you guys know, like, the animals are going through a Holocaust right now? You guys understand that, right? Like, the pigs, the chickens, the cows. Like, I've been plant-based for a while, but I used to eat everything that people eat. I used to eat McDonald's. I was the worst, okay? But did you guys, I didn't know, okay? I promise at the time, I wasn't aware that there was an animal holocaust happening. I didn't, but now, like, since now I've come across that information, and it's hard to not do anything about it. So, I mean, I'm not saying don't consume animals. I was born on a farm, okay? So when I have a lot of respect for small farmers and people raising chickens, and okay, like, I have respect for people who are on the front lines with their animals and take the responsibility. But we can't look the other way anymore. Like, when there's an animal holocaust happening, like, these animals and our bodies, we don't understand ourselves. We don't understand ourselves because we wouldn't be in this situation if we knew that whatever we take on becomes us. All of that fear and anxiety and hurt, people can talk shit in the comments all day, but it doesn't, they are there right now. And guess what? If you come back, what happens if you come back as a chicken in a slaughterhouse? Some people will never learn until they go through that. But guys, like, can we just, that's our ability as humans, is to have empathy, okay? And can we have empathy for, like, the animals don't know what's happening. Okay, you're clearly ignorant. I'm sorry, no offense, but you're ignorant because, like, look, they're sentient. They have consciousness, period. Would you eat a dog? You can't come back as that. We're at a higher consciousness. Well, guess what? Pussy farts. Guess what, my friend? What are humans doing now? We're not accessing our full spiritual potential. Spirit is breath. When we are overindulging in foods 3 times a day, plus whatever the fuck on top of that, food, by the way, it's poison. It's blocking access to our lungs. Our lungs are we're losing capacity to breathe, okay, by design. And so basically If we spend 70 to 80 years with a stunted breath from overeating, and we are breath, and we're supposed to pass on to the next realm, we're going to be spiritually retarded in the next realm. From all the willing ignorance that we've done. Like, I'm not preaching to anybody on here. I'm saying from personal experience, I would not be here talking. I would not be here talking. I would not know that my stomach is the size of my fist if I kept eating the shit. That's the point. That's the fucking point I'm trying to make. It's not about, it's about, are you willing to take responsibility and say yes? Like, I lost part of my life, and I lost a lot of my time because of the choices that I made. And is that true for you? Like, we need to ask ourselves that. That's a fair question. Let's go, Enzo. Come on, buddy. Let's get some water. Let's go, big boy. I found something interesting over there. That's all I'm trying to say, y'all. Like, I know I can just, like, go off on one, and it's really me talking to a past version of myself. Wow, I just got flagged. Let me bring it down a few notches. I think, yeah, regardless, man eats to die. And, like, people can flag and get triggered. That just means I'm right. All right, so I was just letting you guys know that without me taking the stand against processed foods, against the onslaught of food that they call poison, like, we're all addicted to it. Can we just admit that? Like, we're all addicted to it. I wouldn't be here, guys. I wouldn't be here if I didn't say no. Just say no, because food is a drug. Food is a drug. Just say no, guys. Like, I promise, going through the hunger pains to get your time back is going to be so much worth it. Like, to be able to, if you just be honest with yourself, because that's the hardest part. How much are you spending on it? How much are you spending on drugs? It's might be more than you're paying for housing. Like, be honest, guys. That's the hardest part. That's why there's invisible chains around people. We could take those off at any moment. And we give these people the power after COVID. We give them the power to fucking, they're gonna try this shit again. Only we have to let it go. It's time to let it go. It doesn't we don't have a need for 3 times a day anymore. That's over. Okay? That's over. There is no moving forward while we as a society think that's a normal thing to do. Okay, guys? Look. All of you guys should be outside right now. We should all be outside talking to each other. But food blocks that connection. You can get bulk on bulk on plants, dude, if that's your goal, but that's just, getting bulk is essentially you're just holding on to water. But that's another thing. Like, I'm not, you do you, as long as I can get you guys to understand, like, humans used to take prana from the air, okay? I know this is crazy. I'm going off on the deep end now. I can bring it back down for y'all because it's been 10 years on this journey for me. When I made that choice to say no, my life completely changed. When I made that choice, I went from, like, living with roommates to going from coast to coast, working my way up, purchasing a motorhome, okay, and then using the motor, just like spending more time with myself, learning myself. Why would I spend the time working for they're not doing. Fuck. Okay, like it doesn't make sense. We need more people to be free. Like this is not a normal thing for people to be working this much. Come on, guys. We got a lagger. Okay, let's go, buddy. Let's go. We're waiting for you. Man needs to die, and the habits just it's normal to work a lot. I'm not saying I want you guys to do the work, okay? What I don't want is people standing at Walmart for 40, 50 hours a week for no goddamn reason at all, than to fucking just further destroy the earth. That's what I don't want. Blue, this way. Okay, guys, so I don't know. I'm just gonna reiterate some points that I've made. Look at your fist. This is my job. I'm getting paid right now to teach you guys the word. Look at your fist, rap, right now. Before I have to get you with mine. Look at your fist. That's the size of your stomach, bro. And if you're eating more than a fist-sized amount, you're contributing to your own slavery, okay? I'm sorry that I'm not responding to anybody, guys. I'm walking and there's a glare on the screen. But I appreciate those who have stayed long enough for the rant, and I'm sorry I haven't been staying on topic, but there's just a web of a lot, like the choices we make food-wise, like in order to move forward is just gonna take self-work. The universe will test you when you're ready, okay? It starts by, if you wake up in the morning, okay? Let's say you wake up, right? Tap into your energy without food. Tap into your energy without food. Just wake up for a minute. No, just wake up and go as long as you can. The first thing that you want, I'm a holistic warrior, so for my warriors, this is what I recommend for you guys. And after this, I'm gonna end the live. Are you guys ready? Okay. So this is the routine, the route in to make us shift into this. You'll shift your life, I promise, guys. So wake up. The first thing that I would consume is gonna be a hot tea, Tulsi tea. And just sit with the tea, drink the tea, see how it reacts to your body. Learn your body. They call Tulsi tea liquid yoga. Okay? It's a holy tea from like Nepal, okay? Tulsi, Tulsi, liquid yoga. It will help you to tap into your energy, and then you can project how you want it to go. And from there, if you're stuck in a shitty situation, make the best of it and know that you have the power to make it end. You have the power to make the slavery, to make the 40 hours stop. Just realize this, okay? Because if you look at how much we're spending on food, it's not only does consuming the food kill you, but if you're paying to kill yourself on top of it. You're trading your breath. Look at me. I'm here breathing. If people go to work, they trade their breath for money. You're monetizing your breath. Okay? You're monetizing your breath when you go into work. How much is, you'll start to see. That's why people retire when they start to see how much they haven't been focusing on their breath, and they'll realize, damn, I've been wasting every fucking breath up until this moment. How many breaths do I even have left? I'm not saying all jobs are bad either. Like, I want people to find the work that resonates with them, and without me turning down the foods, I wouldn't have not have found what resonates with me. And I could tell that trying to have both didn't work. That much was very clear. Like, and you'll start to see that the longer you, this is why when you wake up is very important, because it's a reset. It's a new day. So when you wake up, right, that's your chance. That's your chance to see who you really are. Okay, I can't, like, it's hard to explain. Like, I'm sorry that it's, you'll start to understand, guys. Like, the longer you go without food, just do it. Like, learn yourself. See what is pulling at you, what's talking to you during those moments, and is it a necessity or not? Yeah, the trolls are real, dude. Like, would this be TikTok without the trolls, though? Like, it wouldn't be the same without you guys. Okay, so after the tea, if you have a juicer, like, I would get a juicer on OfferUp if you could. I got a juicer on OfferUp like a couple years ago, and I've been juicing every day since 2023. So for 9 months straight, I've had a juice. And let's see, you would want to have a juice after like midday. You would want to have a juice, a fresh juice. And then honestly, guys, like, fruit is the most hydrating food that you could consume. Fruit is going to be fruit. So as long as you're still having cravings, use the fruit as medicine. The fruit is there to help us recover from this addiction from processed foods, okay? And there's, like, if you put a plate of fruit and like a steak in front of a toddler, they're always going to pick the fruit every time. Okay? Why do you take the fiber away from the juice? Seems like a waste. Well, it's a good question, because our stomach is the size of the fist, right? And we can't eat like 10 oranges in one sitting. We have to juice it. And so we get that, since we're nutrient deficient like a motherfucker, because we've been under attack since birth with processed foods. So juicing, okay, juicing is going to actually, like, give you, just nourish your body like correctly. Like 10 oranges in a liquid form, like, that's a lot of intake. Just like, you can literally get that down in a few minutes. So fiber is going to be needed to push. There's waste in the body that's been accumulated, because you guys are going to want to Google mucoid plaque, but the average person has between 15 to 20 pounds of straight up waste just sitting inside of them. And fiber is going to be needed to hit that, but also juice will erode that. So that's the real work. That should be your real job. That's what they don't want you to do. So whoever's talking shit, whoever's talking the most shit right now, I'm not even going to read the comments. But I guarantee you that person, he probably needs like fucking 10 enemas right now because they have the most shit. They have shit coming out of their mouth at this point. And like, I'm not saying it's just them. Like, we all are backed up. Google mucoid plaque. All right, so if you guys can make it that far, I mean, there's still somehow 100 people in here. I have no idea how, but okay, if you guys can make it to the tea and then you made it to the juice, then if you could just get those two habits down, I feel like then you're going to be at 2 meals a day in no time. Those two acts alone should just be a meal replacement in itself. And honestly, for me, that's like after the tea and the juice, like I'm ready for like a fruit bowl towards the evening, 5 or 6. So I'll make a smoothie fruit bowl. I'll do a live later if you guys want to see it. You don't need 3 meals a day. Okay, I know a lot of people just joined, but the 3 meals a day myth, especially with processed foods, and the stomach is the size of your fist. Let me start there. So the stomach is the size of your fist, and if you're overeating past that amount, you're aging yourself. That's not time that does it. If it were time that ages you, I would not look like this. Okay? So the stomach is the size of your fist, and anytime you expand that beyond its capacity, you decrease your lifespan. So the goal of drinking more fluids in the morning is we're taking steps back from gluttony to our natural state. Okay? And that's what it's going to take to end your slavery. That's what it's going to take to end your slavery. Okay? So I appreciate the fact that everybody is having like their own conversations in here. Like, whether it, like, let's just keep it, I mean, the only reason I do these is because, look, I look a certain way, but I promise, like, I could have went the other way easily. Like, I could have went the Matrix way. You guys could have had a Matrix version of this avatar, but why do that when we're so much greater? Why be? That's what they want. That's what the Matrix is. Like, we need to shine individually. We need to stop being afraid. And like, we are in a death cult, fear-based culture. They don't want you to be yourself. They want me to read the comments, and they want me to not come back on and do another live. Like, that's what fear-based programming is. But guess what? Guess what? Just like I said to my employers, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. And like, that's why I come on here, because I want people to be able to have that freedom too. But like with great freedom comes responsibility. You're not gonna get this amount of freedom without taking responsibility. Okay? Never give up. That's right. Never ever give up, because there's nothing else. Until we fix this, whatever this is, until we fix it, like, I can guarantee you that we come back through our children. Like, the ancestors are the children. Like, when you have a kid, you just brought your great grandma back. And okay, so if you guys made it that far, to the tea, the Tulsi tea in the morning, that's the liquid yoga drink, TULSI, Tulsi tea, to help you see what's going on inside. Number 2, please get a juicer. Please start juicing, because then you can really start. If you can go past the tea, past noon, if you can make it to 12 o'clock, that's, you can really start to see that that's really that's who you are, that's what you are. Without the stimulation, you're nothing. Without the stimulation from food, what are you? Tell me. Tell me. I mean, I could be standing at Walmart right now. I bet people in the comments, they wish I was at Walmart so bad. Well, guess what? Fuck that. And like anybody out there who is there, like I promise you, like that's a choice. You don't have to do that. Okay? Why at Walmart? I don't know. I never even worked there. I see a lot of people there that look unhappy. That's probably why. Okay, but yeah. Honestly, if I and it's hard for me to do this, but if I make it past, when I do the tea, the juice, that's an everyday thing, and then the fruits, if I can stop there and make it to the next day, I wake up feeling like I barely feel like I have to sleep like 6 hours, okay? But I know for a fact I still cook vegetables, like from time to time, I have vegetables like now and then. When I eat cooked foods, like I can feel it, like it's too dense on my body now. So eventually you take this way, like just be ready for it, because there's no going back. Past a certain point, you're not going to be able to go back. So just be ready for that. Like, you can go back at your own detriment. You'll start to see that when you do go back, like your body will tell you what the food actually does, because you've just activated your body. Okay? So I'm gonna end it there. I just have so much on my mind every day regarding this topic, because I know people are struggling with it. So you're not alone. Like, you guys can get it back. You can get your time back. It's just so much more, it's more fulfilling to be able to plan your day when you're not like driven by food. Like, let's just let it go. It's time to let it go. 3 meals a day is over. Like, that's over now, okay?